Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favourite stars of reggae and dancehall music, Jamaican popular culture, and people who've impacted society in a very big way. I am Shaun Cain. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with a social media influencer, vlogger and singer. Let's take a look.
Great is your mercy towards me, your loving kindness towards me, your tender mercies I see.
Jamaican singer Acain, whose real name is Adrian Klein, has been an internet sensation for many years. He hosts live streaming events on Facebook where he shares his vocal gifts with the world. He has a special way of pulling people to his live shows. As a result, he has managed to attract more than 300,000 followers on Facebook alone. Born in the Jamaican parish of St. Mary in the mid to late 1980s, he attended St. Mary High School, from where he graduated in the middle of the Millennium. Acain spent most of his life in the hospitality industry, sharing his country's warm and welcoming culture and cuisine with the visitors to the country. Acain has told the Stargazing with Shaun Cain Show that he fell in love with singing as he grew up listening to his stepfather's old Motown records. He said he sang along to tracks by Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, the Four Tops, Gladys Knight and the Pipps, and other legendary artists that pioneered the soul era in America. The young singer told himself that if they could sing and thrill others, he could do it too. From that day, he did not look back. He would sing at his home, while walking along the streets, and even at his workplace on entertainment nights. As his confidence grew, he began writing and recording pop songs. Although it was not his singing that led him to humanitarian and social media icon Auntie Donna Gowe's Facebook live stream Love Connection recently, it was that very talent that helped him to make a great impact on the show. Gowe, who is known all over the world for helping the less fortunate through her Give Back program from donations provided by fans of her live online interactions, has recently started a show to help single persons find love. Acain decided to try his luck by making it onto the Love Connection. After asking Acain about himself and learning that he was a singer, Gowe requested that he sang for her. The up-and-coming artist crooned a few bars of Luther Vandross's Here and Now hit, which grabbed Gowe's attention spellbindingly. She commended him on his voice and decided she wanted to see him sing live. The Jamaican humanitarian promised the caller that she would ring back via video phone. She was besotted when her eyes beheld the vocalist live on video call.
Pull up! Blanca give him a pull up there to Rastaja. And you know say him lookable and him son cute and him cute. Put it, come on, me call you on video, make them see you now.
Alright, do that now.
Yeah man, cause I hope me show this you now, you don't look too bad. Switch to video now. You go sing live. Lord Jesus, him not, Lord, I'm not saying look at, why? Hey, go and go sing again, make them see you now. Must pan the Blanca show.
The Mountain View Avenue Kingston resident asked Acain to sing another song. That was when it really started happening on the torrid Love Connection. The 32-year-old balladeer oozed a standout rendition of American R&B singer Major's chart-topping This Is Why I Love You. When he hit the high notes, Gowe giggled, tossed her head about gently and drooled while she savoured the love-enveloping moment.
It's like our hearts have intertwined into a perfect harmony. This is what I love.
Jesus, I'm here sing for to Rasta, Jabba, you too.
You love me.
You're going to get 1,000 woman tonight, yeah.
As she lay bare her emotions, she blurted, "If I when me did in my prime, you couldn't get away from me, no sir." Following their jovial exchanges, she told the singer that if he did not find anyone from the calls that she anticipated he would be receiving after ending his conversation with her, he should ring her back because she had someone in mind that she felt he might like. The world is eager to find out how he got on as he searches for love. We caught up with Acain at his home on Jamaica's north coast. The singer was full of excitement about his experience on the Love Connection live stream with Donna Gowe.
Man, the phone drop out of me and you know me like a singing, man. You know me want you get whole heap of woman tonight, yeah, you know. You know send call the young people them there, see there.
Welcome back. Acain, wagwan, sir.
Thanks for having me, Shaun. Everything is good so far, you know. Can't complain, man. We have life, we have everything, right?
Boy, well, that is so true, man. That is so true. And you're the man of the moment. I tell you what, you know, everybody's talking about you. Everywhere on social media, you're showing up.
That's good to know, you know. It's a good feeling.
Well, I tell you, we are so lucky to have you because I'm sure you're in high demand at the moment. So for us to grab your attention and to convince you that come and talk to us, man, that is really indeed something. But as we mentioned that, I believe that, as I said, you hold the record right now for being the first caller to thrill Auntie Donna during your first time on her Facebook live show. Now, tell me a little bit, Acain, what was that feeling like? The experience?
It was a great experience, you know. I was watching her show. Someone sent me the link and said I should watch it because they know I'm single. So they say, hey, call her. I said, no, I'm not. Because, I heard a lot about Auntie Donna. I know that she's doing a Good Deeds program. I didn't know she was doing a dating site as well. So when I went on it and I checked it out, I said, you know what? I'm not going to lose anything. Let me call her. Maybe the love of my life is looking at me, right? So I did. And it was a great experience. I truly enjoyed it. She was very warm, very welcoming. So thumbs up to her, She made me feel very welcome.
That's good. I'm sure she's going to be very pleased to hear all of that. But did you suspect that she would have asked you to sing?
No, because I knew it was like a dating thing. I don't think she was going to put me on the spot. So I didn't come prepared to do that, And if you watch the video, you'd see that I was like shying out from it and she was pushing me. She was like, oh, come on, man. You need to sing, let the ladies hear you. One of the planka them hear you sing or something like that. And trust me, I did and didn't know what to expect, but it was very good. And she was blushing and everything, and it kind of made me feel comfortable, And I was blushing as well, so it was good.
Because I was just thinking that when you were singing and Auntie Donna was expressing her delight in the moment, I just wanted to find out how you felt at that point in time.
Well, as a singer, seeing the reaction like that is like food to an entertainer's soul. So when she gave me that reaction, it made me even go more in depth with the soul of the song that I was singing.
And let me just commend you, man.
Lovely as well.
Right. And let me commend you. Lovely voice. It's just really brilliant. And your song choice. It was just great. That song by Major. It was just brilliant. But then, she commented that she would have claimed you had she met you earlier in her life. I mean, when you heard that, how did you cope with that kind of profound and unexpected attention that you were receiving? And even that kind of revelation from her. What did that do to you or for you?
If I remember correctly, she said if she was in her prime. So my reply to her was, you're still in your prime, Auntie Donna. Age is just a number. Yeah.
So what did you mean?
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, but what did you mean by that? Because you're telling her that you're still in your prime. She said, if it was when I was in my prime, I would have grabbed you up and, claimed you up. And you said, you're still in your prime. I mean, what did you mean by that? Yeah, what did you mean by that?
Age is just a number, She's trying to tell me that she's too old for me. But I don't think she is. All right, so age is just a number, and she's a great soul, I go for the heart. I don't go for numbers.
Right. So it sounds like you're well in for it then.
Yeah.
So like you're in for it then. So like you might be moving to Mountain View very soon then.
You know, but I enjoyed being on the show. It was a delight, you know.
Right.
It was.
I like your evasive answer. You know, I said you might be moving to Mountain View, and all I get is a ha ha ha, and then you moved on.
I don't think she'd be looking my way, you know. And she talk on the show a lot that she's not looking anyone. So I tend to not steer into that direction unless she really, because even though they said if you want something, you fight for it, but still, I have to respect her in whatever she says, you know?
Yeah.
Because she's in control, and she said she's not a part of this dating thing.
Right.
So she's off limits.
Right. So she's just hosting. She's just hosting the show. Mm-hmm. She's just hosting the show. I'm just saying she's just hosting the show. That's what she said. So you kind of respect her for that.
That's
just
what
be
she
the
said,
host.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I have to respect her for that.
Right. She's facilitating the show. All right. No problems. You know, I fully understand what you're saying. I get all of that. But if she asked you back on the show to sing for her again, would you do that? Would you go back on there and sing again for Auntie Donna?
Yes, I would. You know, if she asked me to come back to sing for her and her audience, I would, because singing is my joy and my passion. So no matter what scenario, what situation I'm in, as somebody says sing, I'm supposed to be ready, right?
Yeah, right. Here is well, I suppose so. That's how it is, you know. And you sound like a real planketarian, you know.
Well, I am actually a planketarian because I watch her show a lot, you know, and there's quite a few of her. She called them her students, a few of her students. Some of them graduate now, like Ricardo and the blind couple. It's a Trishana. She's building a house for her and everything, and they touch my soul. Yes. So she's doing a great job, man.
So when did you first learn of that show, the Auntie Donna, and what she was doing, her Good Deeds show? Can you remember when you first learned about that?
I think it was last year. Last year, I was in Florida, and I was watching this thing. She keeps sharing a lot, so I'm seeing it on my timeline, and I clicked on it, and I see that it's a lady from Jamaica. At that time, I think she has maybe 200,000 followers. And she was giving away a lot of stuff and going on the road, helping people, building a house for people. And then she was selling some cakes. That's what got me interested in her. And everybody was tasting the cake and sending her videos of the cake, and she was posting it. And her following keep growing and growing and growing. And she keeps getting a lot of donations to give to people. And I continue watching her show from then, you know. I tried to call her to order a few cakes, but I wasn't successful.
But it seems that that cake business is doing very well. So many people are trying to get cakes, and even the ones who missed as well.
Yeah, man, I need one of those. I truly need one of those Nyambad cake or one of those Nyambad pudding.
Yeah,
that's
you just need to sample that thing, yes.
And it's a great marketing strategy too.
Now, after you left the show, Adrian, and you had a chance to reflect on the experience, what were some of the thoughts that went through your mind?
I sighed first. I was like, wow, I can't believe this just happened. But I couldn't get to think straight because before I even hung up from her, my phone was like blowing up, you know? And I couldn't get to even think. I just had to come off the phone and then start answering to calls. So I didn't get to process all of that just as I came off. So I couldn't give you a straight answer to say when I came off. I was out of the line. Trust me, I was on the phone talking until maybe like 2 a.m., you know?
Yes.
And I had to turn the phone off so I could get some sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So did you at that point feel like you were the most eligible bachelor in the world?
Yes, I did. I felt like the sexiest man alive.
Wow. Yeah, because, you know, if I may come back to Auntie Donna then, she was very much besotted by your physical appearance and some of your anatomical features. Now, did her salacious revelations take you by surprise? The way she was just going as though she was glorying to you
hyped me up a lot.
Did that take you by surprise? Yes.
But I don't think, you know...
That is just... Yes.
I don't think of myself as being what everyone says, you know, but I'm not the one looking at me. but it's just what you see is what you get. And then she said something that it's not a lot of callers that get her spirit like how I did, and that felt good because that's genuine to me, you know, and I am a genuine person. So I didn't go on her platform. I didn't go on it to sing. I didn't go on it to. I go on it to get someone, you know. I went on it to get someone for myself, and I went there and I sang, and I got a few calls, a lot of calls, just telling me, "Hey, you have a great voice. Come and check out my studio. Come and this, come and that." I have a lot of calls too. Said, "Hey, can you just sing me to bed?"
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to start charging for them things, you know. I'll tell you, okay, you will have to soon start to charge for them things, you know, because those are some really deep services,
So,
you know.
Yeah, I had a few ladies as well, over 20 of them who call, and they send me a little thing in my Zelly because they were like, "No, you have to accept it. You're a singer, you're an entertainer, and I enjoyed your singing. And all I want is, I don't want a relationship. I just want a friendship from you. So anytime I feel down, I can call you and you just sing me a song, you know." And they send me a little thing in my Zelly. Thank you very much. You know yourself. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Wow, listen to this man. He's a midnight thriller, the midnight groover, and you know it's all of that, you know. But you originally went on the show to find love. How successful have you been in achieving that objective?
Well, to the high volume of calls that I was getting, I know I missed a lot of nice, beautiful ladies. But out of all the calls I get, I think I narrowed it down to 20, and I saved 20 numbers. Because if you call me and I feel some connection, I feel some niceness, I see a picture, I feel your heart out, because I don't go for looks, I go for your heart, you know, your heart and soul. So you don't have to have looks for me. As long as you have a good heart, clean heart, nice attitude, nice personality, I'll go for that. So I look at the pictures, I listen to the voice, I listen to the conversation, and I save your number. Once I save your number, you're in my contact. So I narrowed it down to 20, and I have 20 right now talking to.
Wow. And you're telling me that you don't feel like you're the most eligible bachelor in the world when you've got 20 women at least drooling over you? Well, Auntie Donna would be 21.
Well, yeah, 21.
21.
I just have to get to Miss Donna right now.
Right. I hear you saying something, you sound like you have the hot to Auntie Donna, you know. But you know what? That sounds like big people business and private stuff, so I'll leave that to you, Acain. But you know, why not? Yeah, she's a very lovely lady, and as you said, she felt very warm, and she must be, because the kind of kindness that she has exuded and the kind of way she's been giving to people, then it must be a very warm person. But that's very good. But let's dig into your business a little bit more now. Tell us some more about the calls that you've received. You know, what are some of the things that these people have said to you? I know you kind of hinted a little bit at some of them, but I want to hear some more. What have they said to you when they phoned you up?
Well, first is, "Oh, you're very handsome. You have nice lips." I get that a lot.
Right.
I get a lot of, "You have the most amazing, sexiest, soothing voice I've ever heard in my life." Some of them motivate me to go and do more music, you know. Some of them motivate me to go on some talent shows, The Voice, or which I auditioned for The Voice already, you know, but the Shiny's got the best of me.
Yes.
So I want to go back soon, though.
Yes.
And I got a lot of strange calls as well.
Right.
You know, some want me to give them
that's it. I would be keen
advice for Jamaican
men. I would be
men.
keen to find out relation advice. Yeah. I thought they were looking you. So if they're looking you, how come they're telling you about relationship advice? They should be saying more of the lip stuff and whatever the other is.
I accept all the calls that I could. And I had a few ladies who called and they were like, they're with a Jamaican man and they just don't understand them. So they want me to be their friend so I can tell them a little more about Jamaican man. You know, I tell them the positives. And I tell them, I will try and, if I see where they're lying to them, I don't think I want to be the one to, you know, say, hey, they are, because I don't really know. I just have that feeling. So I'll tell them all the positives about Jamaican men, you know. A lot of persons have their ways. It's just you have to know to compromise, you know. and trying to figure them out on your own instead of me trying to tell you because I don't really know them. So I'll just try to tell them that, hey, you need to maybe call them more and talk to them a little more, but I can't give you too much of an advice to say they're lying or they're cheating or something like that, because that would be wrong for me to say. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you haven't got the evidence or the proof of their behavior, these men, their behavior, you can't really say, because the women have said to you that, well, they're doing this or doing that. You don't know if it's true. They probably are just speaking based on their suspicion, or they just feel somehow there's a hunch that there's something going on. But you can't just go and say, well, yes, because you don't know. You've never spoken to these guys before. You don't know what they're getting up to. All right, good. But you know, it sounded a little bit to me, Adrian, like the hawk and the pigeons, where the hawk said to the pigeons, let me into the coop and I will protect you. And once the hawk gets into the coop, it starts its reign of terror. Every day it will eat a pigeon. So it sounds a bit like that. These women, they say, I want you to be my friend. Just give me some advice. And once you get close, then a little bit more than advice will be given. Yeah, well,
that's true.
Yes,
that's true. A few of them called me and they said, "Oh, I'm in the bathroom talking to you because my boyfriend is sleeping." That's what they said. Yes. I'm like, "Oh my God, I thought you're single." She said, "No, but they just wanted to talk to me. They just wanted to talk to me to make sure that that's the right number I gave Auntie Donna, and they want me to sing them a song before they go to their bed." So I said, how would your boyfriend feel?
Really?
He said, what he don't know won't hurt him.
So
I'm like, okay.
Right.
But I still sang for them anyway, because, you know, I do a lot of that on my fan page to a lot of my female fans, which I have a lot of female fans.
So when you sing, do you select any special song that might be sending a subliminal message, kind of hinting at something, or you just go straight for the holy and righteous?
Well, most of the times they pick the song. You know, sometimes they stroll through my fan page and they'll see a song and they said, you know what, that's the song I want you to sing for me. I get a lot of requests for this Maxwell song that I always do. It's called A Woman's Work. And because I hit all of the higher notes, a lot of females, they tend to like men, singers who hit really high notes.
The falsetto, go up with the higher register. It does something. Well, you know what? I'm going to learn to sing, and see if I can sing it to the higher register, because you know what? I want to see what it does. But then again, though, I would imagine when they talk to you, there might be a little bit of dirty talk going on. Have you had any of those?
Trust me, a lot of dirty talks, a lot of dirty pictures, a lot of PG-18, Yeah.
Really? Anything you can describe on here, or it's a bit, probably do your best to stay clean and decent. But I mean, we just want to get into what's going on, because this was all played out on Facebook Live. So that was in cyberspace. We were all there watching it all over the world. So we just want to get some of the dirt and the grime and, what happened in the background there. So we're curious here. Help us out.
Trust me, a lot of stuff I don't even want to mention, but a lot of news, to be frank, a lot of sexy voice notes, sending me their nice seductive, they're talking to me in some seductive voices. And they're like, say for instance, I have two ladies who sent me a few pictures and they said, you don't have to reply right now, reply in a week, because I know your phone is going to be like hot bread. So I know a lot of the plankers are calling you. So reply to me in a few weeks, this is my name, save my number, and trust me, they do call back if I don't, because sometimes the numbers, they do get lost because of to the volume of calls that's coming in. They do get lost in my phone. So I can't remember to call and text back everyone. But if they do follow up and text me back, then I'll remember them because I'll see the picture and I'm like, okay, wow. But sending me a picture like that is not something that's going to really move me, because it's something that I'm used to, I have like 370. I have 370,000 followers
listen
on
to
my
this,
fan page, and I can tell you maybe 350,000 of them are women.
Yeah, women. So you got your walls then. Your wall is plattered with all these pictures. Then has it got to that point? You've got all these deep, emotionally, I don't even know. I'm trying to find some words here because I'm trying to be decent. Have you got all these pictures showing all the anatomical features all splattered across your wall? Anything like that? Or they're still in the phone?
Still in the phone.
All right, so I get what you're saying. I see where you're going. But what would you say is the strangest call that you've received since you've been online and you've been on the show, Auntie Donna's show? What's the strangest one, if you can pick one? What would you say?
I had a lady, I won't say her location.
Oh, please don't. Yeah, but just tell us. Yeah.
She's overseas, because most of the calls I get is from overseas.
Yes.
And she was like, she has a friend. She was watching the Auntie Donna show on YouTube, and she and her friend really love the way I look and love the way I sing. And she wants me to come. She would buy my plane ticket to come to where she is at, and her friend, and they both will have time with me. I'm trying to just say it properly for the ear. So they both want to have the nice time with me. And they'll pay me. Bro. So I tell them that I'm sorry, but I don't really do that service, you know?
Right.
So that's not something that I'm into. So she said, okay. And she sent me a few pictures with both of them. And she said I should think about it. And she gave me a figure of what she's going to pay me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it worth it? The figure, you reckon it's worth it?
It's worth, even if it's $1 million, I don't think I would go do that, you know? Because
you are so decent. Boy, your mom did a good job with you. your parents did a good job in bringing you up. You're not tempted by any of this. You've got your strong values and you're sticking to them. Nothing is going to pry you away from those values. It doesn't matter how much money. Well, you know what? It sounds like a good time to be alive for you. Would you say that? It's a great time to be alive.
It is. It's a great time to be alive. I'm not struggling.
Yes.
I don't think, I don't think I would do anything. I'm working. I'm in a good job. And I'm a singer as well.
Yes.
So I didn't go on the show to get any money or anything, you know? So a lot of persons call me offering me. I said, if I do a good job singing and you feel like you want to send me something, it's fine. Because I have a fan subscription on my Facebook, so I send them towards that. You pay $4.99 per month, and you can get to see me at any time on my fan page. Only if you pay, you can see though. And I'll sing, I'll do personal shows for you, do anything for you, singing wise. But
just
nothing.
Singing.
Yeah, just singing.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. I have a lady who called me as well. She's I think she's about 70, if it's not 65 to 70-year-old. And she's like, oh, I want to come to Jamaica in December for our Christmas. And she wants me to be her escort. I knew what the word escort means because going in the States, I'm exposed to a lot of this stuff, you know. I've seen people who does it. I know people who do it. And she was like, I want to pay you $300 to go with me here and another $300 to go with me there. We hold hands, but there's no strings attached. We don't sleep together or anything. You're just gonna be my escort. She just want them to see that she's with a young boy.
So like some gigolo flex and all that kind of stuff. But I see you know,
similar to a gigolo, yeah.
Man's not a jigger, right? Man's not a gigolo, right? So
some of the weird calls that I get, and there's a lot more, you know.
Yes.
But those are
very interesting.
Really top there.
They stood out. Acain, I tell you what, you sound like a lucky man. very, very interesting. Yeah. But from all these calls that you've been getting, have you agreed to take anyone out yet?
I agreed to meet a few, but that's when I travel again. Because as I said, all the 20 that I selected are overseas. So and they're not just in the States. They're in the States, they're in the UK, they're in Canada. So a few in the United States decide to meet me when I go back to the United States, which is soon. So let's see how that goes, you know.
So are you looking forward to it?
We talk every night.
Every night?
Yeah.
Every night?
Yeah.
What is going on? So what time do you go to bed then? On any given night?
I'm nowhere for night owl, you know. Sometimes I go to bed like 3, 4 a.m. Yeah. Wow. You're a busy man. I can see that you're in demand. You know. And I do my shows on Facebook. So I remember I said I have a fan subscription. Say for instance, I get like 10, 15 emails per day saying that they want me to sing this song for them at this particular time. So I have to make sure I put that in my schedule, because sometimes they already paid me, you know. So once they already paid me, I have to do my job, you know. And right now it's quarantine in Jamaica. I'm not doing anything more than staying home. So that's where I work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you just run the social media thing, and that's what's important here. Right. Okay, I tell you what, it was really, really great talking to you. Very interesting. And I like to dig, you know, because I like details and I like to go far and find out what's going on. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed all of that. You know, you were very controlled, very composed. So I'm sure, you know, you've given me just what you wanted to give and nothing that you didn't want to give. So I'm really happy, and you know, pleased also that you accepted the invitation when you said, well, we'd like to chat to you after seeing what you what unfolded on Auntie Donna's show when she did the love dating, the match thing, and you said yes. Very good on your part there. Thank you so much for that. Right, Adrian, it was really great having you on the show, and I always like to challenge my guests to see how much they know about reggae and dancehall music. I asked some questions from this book. It's called Reggae Larger Than Life, the Ultimate Reggae Music Fun and Games Book, and it's written by myself. It's currently available on Amazon. Also, if you're in Jamaica, you can get a copy of this from Ashby's Pharmacy. That's 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. Just jump down to Ashby's and they'll sort you out with a copy of this. Or if you're abroad, internationally, Amazon is the place to be. If you're more into apps though, the Android version of the app is available from the Google Play Store. All you need to do is type in Reggae Larger Than Life Fun app. Download it, have lots and lots of fun. So we've selected a couple of questions for you, sir. You ready?
Well, okay. A few questions. Let's go. Question about Jamaica.
Right. Well, it's about reggae music, and you're the big man around now, you know, social media, you know, everything is going hot with Acain, you know, so you've got to make sure that you keep up to that name. You can't let yourself down or me down or anybody, you know. So let's see how good you are. You do your best. All right, sir. Let's see what we do. Right. Now, this one says, Caribbean cricketer Dwayne Bravo released the celebratory Champion single in 2015. Of which Caribbean island is Dwayne Bravo a native? The options are... okay, boss. All right. I was just about to give you the options, but you didn't need any of that. The man is, you know, very knowledgeable of what's happening around. Well, okay, I'm very impressed with that, because I thought this one, I said, you know what, I've got him now, you know. So let's see, because this is all a mixture of cricket and all that kind of thing. But you are just knowledgeable of what's happening in the world, especially if it's on social media. We probably can't test you with that one. So, okay, that was very good. The last one now for you, before we kind of wrap this up now. Here we go. Despite seeing the no disturb sign, which legendary singer demanded full attention but was so tempted to touch that he eventually got himself into double trouble in the 1990s? The options are Shaggy, Beanie Man, Beres Hammond, Terror Fabulous.
Tempted to touch. Then he said double trouble. So it must be Beres Hammond. And then he said in the 90s. I was leaning towards Kevin Little, because Kevin Little singing the song say tempted to touch. So at first, but he's not in the option. It was in the 1990s. I don't think he used that about old artists. So Beres Hammond, final answer.
Beres Hammond is the final answer. You know what I should have done? I shouldn't have given you the option. I should have said you go then, and then I would have got one over you. But you know what? I gave you the options, and then that was too much of a clue.
You know? Yeah. Right,
because you'd have read him to say, well, he wasn't around that time. So. You don't think so? All right, you're a very knowledgeable man, knowledgeable of music, knowledgeable about singing, about love, about social media. What can I say about you? What's there to do? What is left to conquer?
What's left to conquer is having 2 more kids.
What frontier? Well, you know what? I was just about to say what frontier is there to conquer, but you said 2 more kids. Well, you know what? You've got 20 names pinned, you know, somewhere social media, wherever. So you know what? You've got options, man.
Let's see, you know.
So that shouldn't be a problem.
I put everything in God's hands, and we'll control. So wherever he leads me, I'll follow. You know.
You'll follow. Right. Well, you know what? That's very good, man. Thank you. Okay, the questions were taken from this book here. It's called Reggae Larger Than Life, the Ultimate Reggae Music Fun and Games Book. It was written by myself. The book is currently available from Amazon. If you're in Jamaica or in Kingston and you'd like to get your copy quickly, you can rush over to Ashby's Pharmacy. That's 160 Old Hope Road in Kingston. And they've got lots and lots of copies there. Just go over and sort yourself out. That's very good. So, Acain, thank you so much for spending some time with us, talking to us about your social media involvement, also talking about your singing, and also you serenading Auntie Donna Gowe.
Yeah, man.
It was just great. I think, as I said, I think you still hold the record. You are the one for them to beat now in terms of who's got the record on her show for something really great like your singing. So thank you so much for spending some time with us. It was really great talking to you. Well, that's it for this edition of the show. Our special guest today was Acain. He's a social media influencer, a vlogger, and also a singer. And he's got his own Facebook page where he hosts people in terms of singing and putting all sorts of entertaining videos on. So you go and check him out as well. Thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe, to also leave a comment, and also to share so we can know how we're doing and let everybody know about the show. Until next time, I'm Shaun Cain saying thanks for watching. See you soon.